Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, but first our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. I got a kick out looking at temperatures. High today of 75 and low tonight at 61. That's identical as what it just was yesterday. It was the same one. I looked back here, the same degree, so it's not, and the water temperature is the same, so it's not a rerun. It's just the same temperatures. Take a look at our river readings, and they're pretty close to yesterday also. Apalachicola Bluntstown at 13.5. It made a sharp drop yesterday, but it's sort of dropping on out now to 13.5. We get on down there to Choctaw at Caryville, right at 10 foot, level off for the weekend. There'll be some folks catching fish on the Choctaw this weekend if the weather straightens up. You know, it's sort of been a rainy day yesterday and rainy all week, about a 60% chance today. And you know, keep in mind some of these showers can get locally heavy, and be aware of that. I had one of my students got a hydroplane the other day, and one of those heavy rains. She had no idea that her car would do that when it hit a big old puddle. But she's okay, but she sort of messed up her. Got the car a little bit though. Okay, the river reading, like we just got those. Look at the tide chart now. Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery brings this to us. Low tide this morning at 1:40 and a high tide at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So good strong tides today, really healthy tides. The marine forecast now be coming out of the east. It hasn't come out of the east in a little while. East about 5 to 10. That's low compared to what we've had these 10 to 20. So that takes care of our weather. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Just got a couple of pictures. Let's jump on them real quick. Take a look. Coming out of Caryville, Sea Quarters Marina. Captain Kim sent this to us. These two guys trolling now. This is Craig Shearer and his buddy, and they were trolling with a stretch 30 and 40 feet of water. You know, grouper season open down there. That is a nice mess of grouper right there to have a nice cookout. Good job, Craig. All right, don't forget now, try out your Barron's barbecue shrimp marinade. Let me know how you like it too. All right, next picture, again, that's Perry Nelson there, a nice grouper. All right, I was just gonna show you, I ran across this the other day. This is a picture of 16 years old, and I just took a picture with my class. And I wrote down on the bottom of before trees, okay? But I want you to notice that there's a couple little trees planted. This class planted those little trees right there in 2000, okay? So I took the other day at the same angle. Check this out. Don't that look great? That's one of my smiling boys, but that's what happened in planting trees. And that class of 2000 didn't get any rewards from that, but they had the satisfaction of knowing one day it's going to look just like this. So that's the same angle with those little trees. I like that picture there. Okay, don't forget Thursday or tomorrow night, Raising Cajun night at Northside Baptist. Hope to see some of y'all there. Look, check this out, and this is for you. This is a free rabbit cage. This is my house, and this is Chip and Chip's girls had some rabbits a while back, and of course, you know, they died, and I'm going to give this away to one of the viewers. Okay, nice rabbit cage. You got to have this. In fact, it comes with the dishes, and we had a little. But it works. You know, those things are well built, nice and all, and the girls decided they don't want more rabbits, so. All you got to do is add a rabbit and you got everything you want right there. So it's free. Give me a call or either come by the house and let me know if you can come by and pick it up. I'm not going to bring it to you, but you come by and pick it up, throw it in your truck. We have to drive around the other side of the house to get it, but there you go. Okay, here's a nice mess of fish. Clay Patrick, check this out. It was a good afternoon of fishing. Nice mess of fish there. Clay Patrick. All right, here's some boys here. Andrew Adams and Tim Estefano, I don't know the other boys, but they got some nice red fish. That was Sunday afternoon. All right, I said I just had a few pictures. All right, that's all we're going to show in pictures. Okay, now, I went by BJ Marine yesterday. I like to just check on my sponsors every now and then, go by and speak to them. I was talking to BJ, and BJ had just recently got one of my books, and he was telling me how much he was enjoying it. I was driving home, and yesterday I was thinking I like to do once a month, and I don't keep a good record of it, but somewhere about monthly, once a month or two, I like to do something on Panhandle heritage and talk about something going on that would happen in the book that would be applicable this time of year, and it's springtime, You think about flowers blooming and all that. So I told this story to my class the other day, and I hadn't told this story to my classes in a couple of years. It just hit me to tell the story of Sam Davis, and they just absolutely loved it. So I was thinking I just wanted to share it with you and show you some of the things that that the kids enjoyed, and it's so applicable to today. And I'm going to show you. Let's see. I took some pictures. Sam Davis was a part of the Davis family, and here's a picture. I just got a couple pictures out of the book. Here's Sam when he was 10 years old. He was born in 1917. This is his story in the book. A couple of pages I wrote on him. He's a fascinating guy. And so this is him in 1917, and then I got to 1927. I got to interview him. This is him as an older man, and I want you to notice in his hands right there. And what I'm gonna do, I took that picture myself, and what it was, I'd gone to a family reunion for the Davises, and he wanted to go out to the old homestead out at Farmdale where he grew up, where that previous picture was taken. And I went with him. He only had one child. His daughter was with him, and his brother and his sister. All of us were just loaded up in 2 cars and went out there one Sunday afternoon. And it was just such a memorable trip. But those are what he's holding right there. I'm going to actually read this story to you because I think to get something out of it, I just want to read it to you, because it just meant a lot to me. And now it's springtime and flowers are popping up all over the place, naturally and sometimes planted, but in the woods they're just all over the place. So, this is that old homestead. I'm just going to read it to you. I'm going to take time to read this to you. It was an unforgettable Sunday afternoon following the Davis family reunion in June of 2000. When Sam Davis, along with his older brother Jim, sister Eloise, and daughter Lona, and her husband Tom, made a return pilgrimage to the old Davis homestead where Farmdale was once located. There, in the gentle summer breeze, he showed his daughter where the old house was once located. In the peacefulness of the afternoon, he would remark to his brother and his sister with a chuckle, "You reckon Ma and Pa are up there looking down on us saying, 'I wonder what in the name of thunder those kids are doing off down there at that old place. Don't they know there ain't no house there? They don't have any more sense now than when we brought them up.'" Then he slowly walked around the field, reminiscing about the old families near the bayou. With his voice trailing and the breeze picking up in the late afternoon, he spotted something that looked familiar. Walking through the sand and palmettos with his eyes focusing on the objects, he seemed transfixed, as if guided by an unknown. As he came closer, a slight smile began to break out. There, in an open area between briars and wild persimmon shoots, were some gladiolus, the ones his mother had planted back in the 1920s. He gently knelt down and with his pocket knife dug up a few of them. Standing and with a smile, he handed them to his daughter. His trip home was now complete. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. And it was sort of, that was the specialness, I think, of doing that book, getting to meet these folks, getting to know them, and then let them relate to you their feelings. That covered a long span from when he was 10 years old. At that time, I think he was in his 80s. And he was so surprised and happy. He hadn't been back to the homestead in so many years. He actually never taken his daughter there. So I was just proud to be a part of that and to actually observe it. I got him on tape saying it, and it was just real special. And those gladiolus, now that shows you that's the beauty of God's nature. His mother planted those in the 20s, and he looked over there and they said, "Wow," and he picked them up and all. And so those gladiolus bulbs, they just hibernated, over the winter and all, and just kept reproducing over the years, and just a little group of them there. And when I retire, I'm going back out there and see if I can find them again. I hope I can sort of retrace his steps and find out where we were. But anyway, he was able to give him a daughter. Of course, sadly, he's passed on now. And that daughter actually passed away before he did, and she was able to write this. This is a book he wrote, that his daughter wrote, and she did not know he was such a decorated Navy pilot, and he was a fascinating guy. So anyway, that's just part of my heritage. I wanted to share it with you. I hope if you have the book, maybe you can go back over and read that again. But that was a special time. So let's move on now. And talking about the beauty, and what made me think about it was, I was in the woods this past weekend, and words can't describe. I can't sit here over a television screen and explain to you the beauty of being in the woods in the early springtime, and it's just something you really have to experience. And you get out there and you sort of sit down, and it's day breaking, and man, you start looking around, and it is just breathtaking. It still is as many years as I've done it. It's just breathtaking, and it just puts you at another level. It really does. That's about the best way I explained it. But anyway, I got a call, and I got a call from, I was actually on the way to the prom, okay? And in fact, let me, is this showing up, Jeff? I want to show you, here's my prom picture, okay? Can y'all check this out, my prom picture? I'm going to see if you can read it, okay? You can't read it, but here's what I wrote on it. My last Mosley prom was the most beautiful girl here, my granddaughter Mackenzie, and we had a grand time. So anyway, we're driving out there to the beach and all, and I got my phone rang. It was Mike Miller. He said, "Hey, what?" And he's all excited. "Hey, what are you doing in the morning?" I said, "Well, I sort of plan on going to church." And I said, "Why? What's up?" He said, "Man, we had the turkeys. Lee Conner and I had those gobblers all over us this morning, yelping and hollering, and we didn't get one. I didn't know if you want to go in the morning." I said, "I tell you what." I said, what time you want to go?" And anyway, so that was, I got home from the prom at 11 o'clock and started getting all my hunt stuff together. And so it was an adventure. So anyway, get up that morning at 4 and get on out there and get with Mike, and we have this. I got a little video coming up, but we have a great time. It's just fun, again, going in the woods and all, and hearing the turkeys and all. And we did not get one. I'll tell you ahead of time, we didn't get one. But the beauty of getting out there, and Mike, we had trouble locating him. You know, when I had Ken on, he's talking about the porter, so the first thing you do is locate. We had a little trouble locating him. You know, that's odd because the day before he said they were gobbling all over the place, and then this day on Sunday morning, they were not gobbling where they were the night before. So anyway, he hadn't roosted them up, of course, and most people don't. They just get out there and try to find them in the morning. So anyway, we finally found one that was hollering at us, and we got it where we thought we could cut him off, and moved around a little bit, and he sort of made a big circle and all. But anyway, just listen to the sounds of it and the beauty of it and all that. So we're gonna run this video, but I'll tell you ahead of time, I was able to go there and have a great time, and still got home to go to church. So it was wonderful, and then we come home, had a big old Sunday dinner with the family. So I just had a wonderful day Sunday, had a little bit of everything. So Jeff, let's go ahead and run this video. All right, folks, it's 4:15. I'm already on the road. Mike Miller called me last night, talking about last minute. Old Mike is so good about inviting me to do things, but sometimes he don't give me a lot of warning. I'm on the way up there. We're going to go turkey hunt at his place. He and Lee Conner got into him yesterday, and we're going to see what we can do. So it's early. I don't have to do Panhandle Outdoors this morning. It's a weekend, so we're going to run out there. Right back in the woods. He saw us coming. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little segment. Like I said, we didn't get one, but just a thrill getting out there and spending just a little bit of quality time in the outdoors. I would encourage you to get up some mornings in the springtime and just walk around in the woods if you don't want to hunt or something. It's really nice. Take a look at our fishing game forecast for today, brought to us by Mark Coward of Counts Realty. Our times from 6:20 to 8:20 this morning, and this evening from 6:46 to 8:46. So that's 6:20 to 8:20. It's going to be a good time if it rain hold off, okay? Now, I wanted to tackle tip of the day, speaking briefly of Spanish mackerel. If you're fishing off the jetties or something, if you're trolling, it's different. If you're fishing off the jetties or the pier like we're going to be doing next week, you want to have a leader, about that long of a leader, because of the Spanish have really sharp teeth. And on your leader, there's a couple of ways to do it. Some people use thin wire. I'm not much of a wire person. A 20-pound mono is what I've used, sometimes even 15-pound fluorocarbon mono. Those Spanish aren't very big and all, but it's important that you put a leader on if you're going to do some casting and all. And we'll talk about how to tie that on later, but I just wanted to bring up the importance of a leader when you're Spanish mackerel fishing. Also, I was going to talk about some brim in the bay. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, Shelley, who lives up in Lynnhaven, and she was talking about, she lives around Lynnhaven Bayou. I'm going to show you that on the map where that is, okay? That right here, this is looking north, this is Lynnhaven, and going north into Southport there, and of course the North Bay is on the right and Deer Point Dam's on the right. We've had all this water coming in, and it's washed some brims over, and she lives right here on Lynnhaven Bayou, and what's fascinating about that, she had a trap out, and she's caught a bunch of, there's the dam up there, okay? And she got a bunch of brim in it. So I told her, just go and have a little fish fry with brim. They'll survive in that marshy, a lot of fresh water runoff in it. And that's why our bays are muddy now. It's just been a lot of runoff from the rain and all. So be aware of that. Next thing I was going to talk about, we wanted to, let's see, I got that one. I wanted to show you, people talking about, but their bucket list and dream hunts and all that kind of stuff. And what I was going to do, I was going to show you, this is not my particular list, but here's somebody put together the top 10 dream hunts of a lifetime, or a bucket list. They call them both ways. I'm just going to go through what they thought. Some of them are stateside and 3 or 4 are worldwide, and I agree with some of them, and some of them I would care nothing about. But I thought it was interesting. I might want to look at it and share it. But what I thought, the first thing they put up on their list was an Osceola turkey hunting in Florida, okay, and it's like in mid-April, and that was the first thing they put up on their bucket list. Their dream hunt was the Osceola turkey. All right, move on to number 2. Now was elk in Montana. These are just different people. Elk hunting in Montana. I would go on that. I don't know. I would love to see the territory out there, but definitely Osceola. So these 2 are good. The third one, hog hunting in Texas. I would not care about hog hunting in Texas. I just soon hog hunt here in the Florida Panhandle with Paul and those guys over there around Alpha. But that, what he was talking about on hog hunting, that's really what they call in Texas. That's pest control. They really have trouble, just like we have trouble here with those hogs eating their crops, and they, they're paying people to come on the land and shooting the hogs for them. That's one of his dream hunts. These people want to go on. And then how about moose in Alaska? I will care nothing about shooting a moose personally, but I would love up there. I would love to go up there and just be around them and maybe take some pictures and all. But I would not care about shooting one of those ones that big. But it's just, some people do. But I would love to get up there and hunt area and take some pictures and all. I'd like to shoot these. I'd like to shoot as many of these as I can see. Coyotes. Coyotes are just, they're talking about pest control again, taking pest control one step farther. They're doing the Rocky Mountains. We don't have to go to Rocky Mountains to shoot coyotes. We got plenty of them here. But this is fascinating. This is all stateside. And then this is interesting, what they call a quail trifecta. They have different kind of quail out in Arizona. I might find that interesting. Just you're getting three different, they call them a gamble, a scale, and a Mearns. I have no idea the difference between those three kind of quail, but that would be like a fun kind of thing to do. Okay, now sort of getting around the world, getting outside of America. The mountain goat in British Columbia, Canada. That would be interesting. That would be sort of a challenge right there. You're really getting back into the back country. Number 8 on their list was a Cape buffalo in South Africa. I care nothing about doing that, but that's one of their dream hunts there. And let's go to this is just worldwide. And again, this is a red stag in Argentina. I don't know about that one either, but that would be a fascinating trip. I'd like to maybe go down there and look around. And that's the red stag, and then this is the last one. That's like a big old goat, a Himalayan tar in New Zealand, and that would be interesting to go to New Zealand and Australia in that area. But anyway, that was a group of people on their top 10 hunts across the world. The last 3 was across the world. The first 7 was here in the States and all stateside. So anyway, I just want to share that with you, and I don't know if you have some dream hunts and all going. I know a lot of these folks, a lot of us in Panhandle go out to Texas and go up to Kansas and up to Illinois on hunts and all, and we're just completely satisfied with that. I'm not necessarily excited about going on these safaris and all in South Africa and places like that. I don't get all excited about that. But now shooting those coyotes, I get a kick out of shooting coyotes because they are pests, and then they'll mess up turkeys and all kind of populations. Okay, gonna wrap it up for today. Have enjoyed doing today. It's a little different today. Enjoyed doing today's show. Hope you enjoyed all those pictures. Hope you enjoyed the story on Sam Davis there, and read the story in the book. You'll get a kick out of it. You have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man, and enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.